Hey fans and subscribers, this is your host Joe on the Gaming for Insight channel. And in this video, I am sharing my thoughts on experiencing the new Steam Deck OLED and comparing it to my experience with the original Steam Deck, which I purchased on the first day to pre-order. This video is different from my other videos in that I am giving a personal experience take on a handheld compared to providing recommended settings. This video will not take into account using the OLED Steam Deck for emulation, as that is an area of gaming I have not ventured into at this time. Let's recap for a moment briefly on the upgrades you would have on the Steam Deck OLED, as you may already be familiar with them. The most notable upgrade is the screen. The screen is an OLED compared to an LCD display, hence the name that supports HDR with up to 1000 nits in brightness when using HDR, and also up to 90 Hz as the display refresh rate, but maintains the same resolution as the original Steam Deck. Next, improved battery life is an upgrade that extends the battery life of the original Steam Deck, some assert 30 to 50% longer. The upgrade is from a 40 watt-hour battery to a 50 watt-hour battery. The OLED Steam Deck has improved thermals and is more energy efficient than the original Steam Deck. In addition, this is accomplished by the 6nm size compared to the 7nm size of the Steam Deck's APU. Though significantly, both versions of the Steam Deck have the same APU, so there is no upgrade as far as processing power specifically. The OLED Steam Deck has a Wi-Fi 6E antenna as an upgrade and weighs 640 grams compared to 690 grams on the original Steam Deck. You also have more storage space as an option on your potential new OLED Steam Deck with up to 1 terabyte local storage. The OLED Steam Deck uses Bluetooth protocol version 5.3 compared to version 5 on the original Steam Deck, and this can benefit controller, accessory, and audio support that use Bluetooth. Lastly, a limited edition Steam Deck was released, which you can see in this video. At the time of making this video, though, the limited edition is sold out on Steam. Nonetheless, I can confirm that the vents smell even better compared to the original. I mean, how did Valve do it? If anything, the vent's aroma should convince you alone that the new OLED Steam Deck is worth the upgrade. Okay, that may have not been the briefest recap you would prefer, but thanks for staying with me though through that detail regardless. What captivates me about the new Steam Deck is the display, as I find it difficult to put a game down or stop playing because, well, I am so intrigued in how vibrant the colors are. I did use the Vibrant Deck plugin on my original Steam Deck, and that indeed did help with making the colors on the screen appear more vibrant through saturation of them, of course, but that still has no comparison, at least for me, to the OLED Steam Deck. In relevance to the display, I sincerely appreciate the 90 Hz support. This has multiple advantages. One, for example, is the frame cap changing from 60 to 90 when using VSync enabled in games or in place of allow tearing in the performance area when it is disabled. I understand the Steam Deck APU, especially on AAA games, can only push so far with frame rates. Generally and typically between 30 and 40 frames is a good baseline range for what to expect. However, for some other games, such as those within the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, for example, can easily push beyond 60 frames at least with settings I use. So now I can cap the frames at 90 instead of 60 using VSync if I want, and I like to do that across some games for creating a smoother gaming experience with that game. I do understand that VSync has its advantages and disadvantages, and I won't dive into those in this video. However, I will assert that the use of VSync on the Steam Deck is an option to at least consider, since the Steam Deck can only push so many frames, again with its APU that has its limits, compared to what the Ryzen Z1 Extreme and other AMD APUs can do. Overall, I noticed that the gameplay during combat is smoother with the 90 Hz versus the 60 Hz display. I do notice that the battery life goes farther, and that is not even with the settings I apply on my Steam Deck to save battery. As you have seen across my other videos on the channel, Save Battery Best Settings, those segments. I usually keep my charger nearby for longer gaming sessions, and I am finding I do not need to use it every time. I use my charger less, and when it comes to, if ever, my need to travel, I will not have to use my Anchor 737 power bank as much, which is a plus. See the link in the description if you are interested in this power bank. The lighter weight of the new Steam Deck OLED has not served as a major upgrade, at least for me. Not that I am against a lighter handheld by any means, but I am just not noticing it. At the same time, heavier handhelds I find I do not prefer to handle, and rather use ones heavier like the Lenovo Legion Go in a desktop mode fashion compared to lounging on the couch and holding in my hands. Each Steam Deck is enjoyable to lounge on the couch if you ever prefer and game. The larger amount of local storage space on the hard drive is an upgrade for me. Not that one was never able to purchase, install, and upgrade the local storage space on the original Steam Deck, but for those that are not looking to have to do that, is an advantage to those options for the new Steam Deck. Although I don't presently have the interest, I can understand for those that have larger gaming collections that want more games installed, and this is a plus. I can also understand for those that want larger partitions for dual or even quad booting different operating systems, how the increased storage space can make that less confining or not confining at all anymore. The only time I use Bluetooth is with a headset for when I am gaming with my friends and when they can tolerate me using the Steam Deck voice chat when not on Windows. Based on what I have found, Bluetooth Protocol version 5.3 is designed to potentially improve the reliability, energy efficiency, and user experience across Bluetooth-enabled products, and does this by enhancing periodic advertising, encryption key size control, and channel classification. See the link in the description for more detail. So let me now discuss what may likely be on your mind, and that is, should I upgrade to the new Steam Deck, even though the APU is only more energy efficient but not more powerful? This is a predicament amongst gamers and fans of the Steam Deck that I can understand. My answer to you is this: if you are accustomed to enjoying certain games on the Steam Deck and find yourself returning to play them, and you want or are satisfied with how they play on the Steam Deck, then the OLED Steam Deck can still be an upgrade for you, because you can enjoy those games with an upgraded screen, specifically an OLED with 90Hz support, and in addition, more battery life on the handheld to enjoy these games. You also open yourself up to enjoying new games you haven't played or tried with those upgrades, despite not being able to push as many frames as, say, using the ROG Ally or the Neo 2S with different AMD APUs. Let me now transition to the conclusion of the video. I want to know in the comments, have you picked up the OLED Steam Deck, or are you about to? Has the video helped you make a decision, or is the OLED screen not something you are interested in? I look forward to reading what you have to say. Are you interested in more content on the Steam Deck? Then check out the Gamers Generation YouTube channel, one of the Handhelds United Discord channel founders. Gamers Generation provides quick tips and guides to optimize your experience on the Steam Deck and other devices. Be sure to subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Looking to engage further with the channel or others mentioned in the video? You don't have to go far. Gaming for Insight is one of the founders of Handhelds United, so come engage with me and other content creators, including Gamers Generation, OKS Gamer, and Windeck Tech. You can find the invite to the Discord channel in the video description. Feel welcome to use the invite and make sure to tag me in your post. Subscriptions to my channel and these other channels help engage us further with viewers like you. So with that, let me leave you now with the words of Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I should go.